That's it. That's the episode you gave us, Mike and Brian. That's it. The final season of the Avatar universe, and you give us a clip show. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Ember Island's Players was kind of a clip show. Yeah, but it was kind of smart in the way that they made it a fun play and had it play off the rest of the characters in the show. It was kind of clever, albeit a stupid filler, but it made a lot more sense. It was a little more clever than a clip show. That's what this episode is! It's a clip show! That is it! Nothing else! Nothing new! You know that big end of episode 7 with Kuvira's army marching on the banyan tree, and everyone thought, oh man, Kuvira versus Toph, that's gonna be awesome. We don't get that here. Not at all. This, like seriously, you could skip over this episode and nothing would change. Nothing would change. I seriously think you can skip this episode and you would miss nothing. Now, having said that, though, I am willing to acknowledge that I did laugh a few times in this episode, because, albeit a clip show, I'm glad that the writers, that Mike, Brian, and everyone else on board said, yeah, we know we messed up, and now we're going to go make fun of it. Because there are some moments in here, especially with Mako's story, because there's nothing really to talk about other than Mako telling Wu about his perspective, then Korra and Asami and Tenzin talking about her whole perspective, and then Varrick and Bolin, which actually is the funniest. I'll get to Varrick and Bolin in a second, because there's literally nothing here to talk about. There is nothing here to talk about. But yeah, I do like how they've pretty much said, yeah, we know we fucked up the first 2 times in Book 3, and so far Book 4 is awesome, so forgive us, please. That is it. That is what they're trying to say with this episode. I feel like they couldn't even have done this episode, and nothing would have changed, and this would have been just a 12-episode series. This would have been a 12-part series. Okay. I would have accepted that, because I feel like you can skip over remembrances, and you would miss nothing. You would honestly miss nothing. And now we're down to, what, 5 episodes? 4 or 5 episodes now? Yeah, 4 or 5 episodes left. And we wasted a whole 30 minutes in animation of this, for this. And I know I sound angry, but let me, hear me out. The reason why I'm kind of angry is because there should not be filler in a 13-episode series finale. There should not be that. You should level out every detail in this series. You should level out every detail in here. I mean, this is the grandiose finale. This is the end-all be-all, guys. And again, I know that, you know, what about Ember Island Players? Ember Island Players was a filler episode, and it was a clip show. Well, here, like I said, again, the clever thing is they did it in a way that made fun of the show, but also made a fun clip show without making it a clip show, because clip shows are fucking lazy. So, yeah, you can understand why I'm a little pissed off here, because they give nothing new here, they just recap everything we know, and it does nothing for the plot. It is just lazy, lazy, lazy. Now, let me say this, though. I will admit, I will give credit when credit is due, because, god damn it, that Bolin Varrick story was awesome. It's all about Bolin and Varrick's perspective, and I laughed my ass off because there's a moment in this episode, there is a literal moment in this episode when Varrick is trying to make a movie out of Bolin's life. And there's a moment where he says there's the evil council of Zahir, Vatu, and Zombie Amon, and they're all trying to like take out Bolin. It's almost like something, if you've ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged and Merrick's Evil Council of Evil, it felt so much like that. It feels like that scene right there. And then Unalak comes on. He's like, "Hey guys," And everyone, like, I love how everyone acknowledges on the show Unalaq is by far the worst villain in the Legend of Korra series. So I will give credit when credit is due, because that scene and everything around Varrick and Bolin's side of the clip, even though it was still a clip show, the Varrick and Bolin moments were awesome. And I also love how they got all the voice actors for all the villains, to, like Henry Rollins, Jonathan Adams, Steve Blum, and I can't remember the actor, the voice actor who played Unalaq, but yeah, they got them all together and say the most hilariously stupid stuff. Oh my god, I loved it. So I was like, oh my god, did they just watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged and be like, huh, I want to do that, let's do that. Because that's probably the best, like, seriously. Again, I reckon, just skip this episode, just really, because again, there are some new scenes in here, but it's just them talking about the past, really. It is just nothing but a clip show, but I do recommend stay around for the Varrick and Bolin stuff, because the Varrick and Bolin stuff is admittedly pretty funny. It's hilarious, especially when they do the whole evil council of, you know, the terror squared, or the fearsome foursome, or whatever Varrick decides to call them. So yeah, this is probably my shortest episode review for Legend of Korra. And yeah, I'm sorry, but there's nothing here to say. Ugh. Anyway, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this review regardless, and I will see you guys later.